morning and welcome in. This is Steph from Steph Wonders Disney. I know it's very early and there's people probably going to work. We're just here for a couple hours this morning. But you know what? There's still adventures to be had, even though we just have a few hours. So welcome in, everybody. I decided to start off somewhere different this morning. We usually start off at the Tree of Life, and I decided that we would start over here. Good morning, Sea Sorcerer. I still need to get your address, friend. I don't know if you responded to my email. I did send you one back, but I will check that later when we're driving home. Welcome in, everybody. Just adjusting my view here. Welcome into Animal Kingdom, Jumbo. We'll get moving in just a minute. We're gonna give everybody a minute to get in. I know there's not gonna be a ton of people on this morning. It is very early still. It was a lot more peaceful a few minutes ago, but I think when 7 o'clock hit, all the construction people next to me that are building the South Americas area decided to start up. But that is Everest across from us. You can't see the mountain, it's off to the right. It's just across the way there. Welcome in, y'all. And good morning. All right, we'll start walking. I was gonna walk up around the backside. It is very busy here this morning. So I think we'll cut across in front of the tree. And I think we're gonna head straight to Safari, guys. We usually like to do that twice in the morning, but we might just get it done once today since we've only got like 2 hours this morning. I actually intended on starting early and I was at the bus early, but I just missed the bus that had left, so we had to wait another 15 minutes for the bus to come back. And by the time it came back and then we got here, we actually barely made it in time. French Quarter is so small that the buses run quite frequently, but there's just one bus early in the morning that is a loop. So it took a minute for it to come around and come back. So, and I had just missed it, or else I actually would have been on early, like half an hour ago, easy. So that was the intention, but I missed it by like a minute. I don't actually know when the bus times are. They don't really, they don't post them. Just when you go down to the bus station down there, you can kind of see when the next one is. But I saw it pulling away as I walked up. So it's okay. We're still on time. I had just intended on being early. But we're all packed up and Pookiebug is sleeping. He was snoring away when I left. He is happy to stay there sleeping, and all my things are packed up, so he is happy to pack the car up and get some extra sleep. So we're at the tree, guys. There's actually a lot of animals out this morning, which is good. I think the cooler weather in the morning helps. So
where is the avatar?
that's hard, isn't it?
That's actually true.
I'm gonna stop by the Otter Grotto on the way through because a lot of times first thing in the morning they're out playing. So that's what we're gonna try and hit. We have caught them out playing a few times, and they're the ones that are actually the hardest ones to get to. So we'll stop there. Oh, they've got all the flamingos out there eating breakfast. Let's stop there real quick. We're not in a big rush this morning, guys. I just know there's a lot of people here. So if we can get to that line a little quicker, having their morning naps, guys. These are the greater flamingos. You can tell they're a lot pinker now because they've had lots and lots and lots of krill since earlier in the year when we started coming, and they were quite white and matured a bit more. Everybody's friends this morning. Oh, we got a little bunny over here too. That's random. We don't see a lot of bunnies over here with the ducks, so a little bunny over here is just chilling. He identified as a duck. He's on the edge of the water. I don't know if you can tell the difference between him on the screen and all of the birds. Let me see if I can zoom in. See him there? Good morning, y'all. Welcome in. Welcome into this beautiful, nice, refreshing morning at Animal Kingdom. The temperatures are nice and cool because it's still early, so that part is nice as well. Welcome in. That's what Steph from Steph Wonders Disney. Good morning, Surf Bomb. Welcome in. Nice to see you again. We're just here hanging out in Animal Kingdom for a couple hours before we need to leave. I have my Adventure Awaits hat on with Doug on it, so it's very suiting for this morning. We're dressed in our Animal Kingdom gear, so for anybody that may be popping on that doesn't know me well, I like to be dressed to my park, so I have on a brown athletic dress and I have my Adventure Awaits baseball hat with Doug on it. Seems suiting. We like to wander and adventure, so we're gonna go adventuring this morning, guys. This is a good park to wander in. I do tend to wander a lot. We find lots of fun things here when we wander. I bump into Kevin a lot here. Lots of good little shows. Characters. We saw Pocahontas earlier when we walked in. We're not on stream, because when I first walked in and she was going to her little meet and greet, so she wasn't talking to anybody or anything yet with her handler, but she walked by us and she waved. Morning, Joe. Welcome in. It is a good day to have a good day. It's never a bad day when you're in Disney, and it's a better day when you're in Animal Kingdom. This is the chillest park that there is. I love early mornings in Animal Kingdom because it's peaceful, and even though there's so many people here already, everybody's kind of quiet. So I don't talk really loud when I'm here. I'm not a loud talker anyways. I try not to disrupt people, but it's a nice chill park. That's why I love it so much here. I mean, I'm an animal person, but it's just nice and chill vibe here. You can go for some nice walks, learn about some animals. It's a little cooler here because there's a lot of coverage when you go and walk through the Gorilla Falls and things. Lots of tree coverage. Good morning.
Jumbo, jumbo.
Jumbo. Jumbo. Everybody's always in a good mood. Love Animal Kingdom. It always has such a good vibe. Everybody's in such a good mood all the time. Good morning, y'all. Welcome in. It's much different than the rest of the parks. So I think we only have, it's like a 10-minute wait. So we're gonna jump into Safari, guys. Now, traditionally, if we do a whole day in Safari, we'll do 15 minutes. We'll do Safari multiple times. You're gonna see different animals every time, and we know that. Good morning. Good morning. We'll do that multiple times. As we know, we see animals different. And last time we saw the rhinos a whole bunch of times, and they were actually fighting. Sometimes have rhinos obstruct the road. We saw the baby giraffe several times. We haven't seen the lions lately very much, but that's how it is with Safari. You see different animals every time, and that's why you like doing it so much, because you get to see different stuff every time. So we're gonna head straight into Safari, guys. 15-minute wait, not bad at all. Sometimes later in the day when it's really hot, the last time we were here, we came for an afternoon, and it was literally a walk-on. We did it a couple of times in a row, and that's when we saw the fighting rhinos. I think they were a little irritable in the heat, just like everybody else. But because it was so hot, everybody had left, and we just walked right on. So it was awesome. Good morning, everybody. Welcome in. Nice to see everybody. So we're going to hit up Safari first. We're definitely probably going to do Everest. And after we're done safari, we'll probably go walk Gorilla Falls before we go to Everest, because we can do single rider over there generally. They have changed up single riders. I know there's been so much talk about single rider at Everest. So there's the traditional single rider, and then they changed it to single rider where they just filled in the gaps, and it was really slow. We actually talked to the cast member several times. It's on all my streams. And if there was like 5 or more people in front of you, it was actually better just to get in a regular standby line because it was taking a really long time. And now they've switched it up again, and they won't tell us how they're doing it, but it worked a lot faster the last time we did it. And then it went down when we tried to do it the second time, but it did work a lot faster. So it was somewhere in between the original, which was really fast, and it being really slow. So I think they're trying to make it a happy medium for everybody. They do surf bomb. Yep, they still have the elephant ears. They sell that in the little bakery that is right in next to Safari here in Africa. I don't think they'll ever stop selling those. That's kind of like a classic here. So.
But poaching is not the only threat they face. Human encroachment
here.
on their habitats.
And then on the other side from the bakery, a lot of people don't realize that bakery is even here. They have Tamu Tamu, which has all of the Dole Whips and things. So they have a couple new things like the French and pineapple upside down cake, which we've had. And then they also have the market open now. So not the market at the back where they have all of the corn on the cob and that sort of thing, but they actually have the back that used to be all seating is now an actual like open air place where like a quick service that you can get sandwiches and wraps and some other things. Yeah, you're welcome, of course. If we have time, I'll pop by later and show that to you.
Just by being here today, you are helping us with this
there.
work, creating memories that we hope will make a place in
There's
your
some greater
heart.
cranes out walking around here. You can see them bobbing his
If you
head.
would like to do something more to
Usually
help
have
us
some
with
large
conservation,
tortoises.
talk to
Some
one
large
of the
tortoises in a
villages
while,
in
just the
Hawaii
cranes.
to learn about what we
Let
can
it
do
too hot.
together to
They can't keep a lot of water out
our
in these
children will have these precious treasures
enclosures, so
to
they're
enjoy
just out for
and
small
pass
periods of
on
time.
to their
So the
own
tortoises
children.
need more water.
But
They
for
might have
now,
moved them.
keep your eyes and ears open. No two safaris are the same. You will see new animals and discover new behaviors.
Welcome in. We're about to ride safari. We've probably got another 10 minutes or so before we get on the bus. You can actually see the buses moving through the trees there. Just trying not to film too many people. We try not to do that. We're a little different here at Steph Wanders Disney. I know a lot of streamers are different where they're okay with talking really loud and filming people. We try not to do that here to be respectful. A lot of people don't like that. So try not to do that here. Good morning, Paige. Welcome in. Nice to see you. I hope you had a good time at the fireworks the other night. I know Cake's popped in for a little bit when we were streaming from Magic Kingdom. And we did Epcot last night, but I know y'all been busy having fun with your family, which is what the 4th is all about. It's good to see you. Thanks for popping in. Good morning. Jumbo, everybody. We are here for Majestic Monday in Animal Kingdom. I think the greater crane went around the other side. Nice to see everybody this morning. We'll head over to Gorilla Falls after this and we'll go check on all the babies. There's a bunch of little babies we've been checking on, and I'm not sure if they have the gorilla enclosure back open. They had it closed for a little bit, so we'll go and check on that, and then we'll maybe head over to Everest. Awesome, Paige. I'm glad you got to do that. I know that they have their friends that are right above where it was that you were looking, so that's awesome that you have friends that they're able to do that with. I know our fireworks back home are really good, but they do them in the center of town, and trying to see them is difficult. So you it's like right in the middle of a shopping area. So trying to get to them is difficult, and it's kind of down in a gully almost. So you have to kind of park around all of the shopping area, and then people kind of sit in the back of their trucks and stuff to see it. It's kind of difficult. So it's nice that they do it that way. We usually tend to just stay home, and the people in our neighborhood have so many fireworks going off that we just stand inside and watch those. We live in a nicer neighborhood, and of course fireworks are supposed to be banned, etc., but that never applies. Everybody just has them. So people in our neighborhood have pretty good firework displays. My poor little dog is not a friend of the fireworks, but she has trazodone, so we just dope her up. And she just goes and has a little night-night sleep. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome, Paige. I'm glad you got to do that. I know Mandy seemed pretty excited to go, so.
Next guys, we're just going to take the stroller off you. It's Valley Park.
Mom, look at squirrel.
There's all kinds of squirrels over here. We usually start a squirrel counter at some point, but this morning, there's squirrels everywhere this morning. They're probably still hungry. No one's dropped any popcorn yet, so they're all darting around looking for food. There's the ride vehicles, guys. Steph and Steph Wanders Disney. Pookiebug is still with us, but he is not with us right now. He is back at the room sleeping. When I left him, he was snoring away. We did have late last night. We came back after the fireworks at Epcot. We got back to the room probably about 10:30. We had stopped at the quick service at French Quarter. He's addicted to the roast chicken and mashed potatoes, so we went and got him some of that. He intentionally didn't eat a lot at Epcot just so he could go get that. And I got set up with all my stuff for today and packed up a bunch of my stuff since he's nicely going to repack the vehicle for us. So he stayed behind so he could pack up and sleep in. So I had a few hours sleep, maybe like 5. But I can sleep a little bit while he drives. He's going to sleep in, so he'll be fine to drive. So we turned off that way. It works out well. When I'm by myself, sometimes I still do this, but I'll just have to drive home the whole way by myself. That's what energy drinks are for. Good morning, Mike. Oh, I'm sorry it's raining. You don't want to look outside here. It's beautiful weather here. It's probably going to rain later, to be honest. It rains here every day. You know what it's like. We've had thunder and lightning every day here. We'll be gone by then. But it'll probably happen. It happens every day. I do have a poncho umbrella with me, but it happens every day here. It's been really bad the last few days. We'll be well gone by then. So we'll probably be off stream by about 10 o'clock this morning. And we're going to head home, so we'll probably drive into some of it, but you know, mid-afternoon Florida.
This will help keep your wait times to a minimum. Once again,
I'm sorry, you're at stupid work. I'll try to keep you entertained a little bit as you check in for the next little bit. Good morning, y'all. Welcome in. Hi, Go Whip Dave. Welcome in. We're going on a little safari trip. Nice to see everyone popping in. Let's see what kind of animals we can see this morning. We'll see whoever decides to appear. Now we've had really good luck with all the rhinos lately. Not so much luck with all the lions. I don't think we've seen the lions the last bunch of times we've been here. Even when we've ridden safari, there's once we did it like 3 or 4 times in a day. Still no lions. So maybe we'll get lucky today. See lots of the rhinos, which we all know it was Walt's favorite from Mouse Talk. He usually will pop in every once in a while. We've had rhinos in the road that we've had to wait for. We've had rhinos duking it out. So as always, guys, we're about to get on the ride, so I'm not going to talk while we're on the ride. We're not going to disrupt you guys. So we're about to go quiet here. So enjoy chatting with each other.
Awesome. Number 4.
Thank you.
ready. Post. There we are. Caraboonie, everybody. That's why he's welcome. So, welcome aboard. Come on in. Go ahead and slide on over. Hey, little ones back there having a hard time seeing. Lab seating's totally cool. If you have any loose items, feel free to store them down by your feet. Alright, if you're on the right side, watch your hands, arms, feet, and legs. Doors will be closing. As a safety reminder, please remain completely seated at all times. Keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the truck, please.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, thank you very much. Same 2 shakes of a cheetah's tail. Alright guys, make sure we do have our seats so we can get going. Right, once everyone has their seats, we'll be on the way. Good? Alright. Cool. It's Monday, let's go. Alright, Jumbo everybody, good morning. Welcome aboard this Simba 1. My name is Mike and I'll be your safari guide here at the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. Now, if you plan on taking any pictures, just make sure to hold on to those cameras tightly. If anything falls out of the truck, I'm not allowed to go out and pick it up. On the reserve, there's a few areas that we can actually stop in momentarily for a quick picture. So if you happen to be in one of those areas and we get a good photo up, I'll stop the truck for a few seconds. Just got to make sure you keep the cameras ready to go at all times, because you never know when or where the animals may appear. And speaking of the animals, if you look above your heads, you'll see some animal spotting guides. You can use these to identify some of the wildlife that we'll see along the way. I can't guarantee that we'll see every animal up there though, but pretty good luck spotting most of them. Alright, let's head on in. We're going to start off in the Little Attorney Forest. Keep a sharp eye out. It can be difficult to find forest animals. They have natural colors and markings that help them blend in pretty well with their surroundings. Over to the right, there's no copy. At first glance, you might think that it's related to a zebra, but it's actually the only known relative of a giraffe. You can look at the head. It's very similar in shape to a giraffe's head. They even have long tongues. The Pookiebug's tongue is so long, it can lick its own ears. Up to the left, those black and white birds are saddle-billed storks. They get the name because of the yellow saddle-shaped mark that's on the bill, and standing at 5 feet in height, they're the tallest storks in Africa. Well, let's see if there's anything hanging around by the watering hole. They're usually pretty good gathering spots for the animals. Sometimes, if we're lucky, we might get to see something rare, like maybe a black rhino. This may be because they're very scarce. Poachers have killed hundreds of thousands of them for their horns, and today there's less than 5,000 black rhinos left in the entire world. It's such a shame, too. I mean, their horns are made of keratin. It's the same protein that makes up our hair and fingernails. But real quick, up on the hill to the right, there's some ghosts in the forest. Those orange animals up there are bongos. Bongos get the nickname the ghost of the forest because they're rarely ever seen. But we'll see if we get a better look at the bongos that come around the turn over here. Now, both male and female bongos have horns, and their horns lean back. That helps them run swiftly through all this thick brush. See another one straight ahead over there. Also coming up ahead, you'll see some lighter brown antelope. These are greater kudu. They're females too, and you can tell because they don't have any horns. Only the male kudu. Alright, that's actually pretty good. We'll make a quick stop here. Yeah, it kind of looks like the kudu's got a milk mustache. Not an actual fact, just my own personal observation. Alright, let's go and start making our way down to the Safi River. The river's a really good spot to see some Nile hippos, and we usually have pretty good luck seeing them in the waters ahead. They are pretty big, even at birth. And when a hippo's born, it already weighs 85 pounds. And a full-grown male, they'll tip the scales at around 5,000 pounds. And just because they're very big, it doesn't mean that they're always easy to see. They are known to hold their breath in the water for up to 8 minutes. Now, do you see some pink-backed pelicans up ahead, these big gray and white birds? And usually we'll see the pink on their back during the mating season. There are a couple of hippos over our shoulder to the right. They're a little hard to see though. Let's see if we can find some more. And just keep checking the water. They usually come out of it at night. It's normally when they feed. And every night hippos lead up to 90 pounds of vegetation. It's a lot of salad. There's a lot of hippos on the left. Look at the water here next to the island. We'll make a quick stop. And by the way, a group of hippos called the bloat. Have you ever seen them move through the water? So what they do, they'll sink to the bottom of the river, and then they walk along the floor, or even just push off and glide. And by the way, that's why the name hippopotamus translates to river horse. All right, we'll go a little further up the river, and we'll see if we can find any more. Yeah, look in the water down below, you see some more hippos down there under the surface. Alright, well, so far we've been to the forest and the river. Next, I'll head on out to the savannah. The savannah is a completely different ecosystem, and out there we'll find a whole lot of different animals. And speaking of difference, coming up ahead on the right, we'll get a closer look at an ancient baobab tree. They're also known as upside-down trees, and it's because the branches look a lot like the roots. But like I said, they're ancient. They live for about 2,000 years, and this tree over here is already halfway there. Alright, but let's head into the savannah. Let's see what animals are hanging around out here today. Alright, as you get to the bottom of the hill, I do see some wildebeest off to the right. If you look up ahead there, past all the fallen trees there, I see them kind of hanging up between the trees back there. Those are gray antelope. And those are wildebeest. You know what's a nickname for wildebeest? No? Very close. It's actually new. Yep, spelled G-N-U. They get the name from that grunting sound that they make. It's kind of thing with cow and moo, wildebeest will moo. Speaking of cows, up ahead I do see some Ankoli cattle. Don't worry if you don't see them yet. The horns on these cows can grow to be about 6 feet long, and right when they meet the head, they can be as big as 20 inches around. They have a few different nicknames. The most common one is Watusi cattle, and they got that name from the tribe that first domesticated them. And even though they are domesticated, they don't mind sharing the savannah with any of the wild animals. Speaking of wild animals, on the left, if you look underneath the shortest tree there in the middle of the yard, there's a couple of African wild dogs. They're black, tan, and white in color. A little hard to see right now. But the wild dogs are also known as painted dogs or painted wolves. And they are the most successful hunters in Africa. The success rate when they hunt is even better than the big cats. And when they hunt together as a pack. They'll just take turns chasing after their prey until it drops in exhaustion. Alright, let's go take a look at the Ankoli up ahead here. There's the baby too. Some zebras back there too. Those are the Hartman's Mountain Zebra, one of 3 different zebra species. Unlike common zebras, their stripes don't go all the way around the belly, just kind of stop along the side. Also, the stripes in their hindquarters are a lot thicker. If you ever get close to a zebra, just make sure you stay clear of the back legs. When they get spooked, they kick back. That kick is so strong that they can break the jaw of an attacking lion. Over here to the left, these are the sable antelope, and they're the official emblem for the reserve. Their horns are about 5 feet long, and they're not afraid to use them. They'll butt heads with each other for courtship, predominance displays. They'll even use them to fend off potential predators. Those Ankoli cattle back there on the other hand, they don't fight with their horns. For the cattle, the horns are like radiators. Blood flows into the big horns, cools off, then the blood returns it back into their bodies to cool them down. Alright, let's continue on and let's see what other animals we can find out here today. Alright, just come around this turn. If you look way out to the right, there's some little gazelles out there in the distance. And they got a tan top, white belly, and a black stripe on the side. Those are springboks. Their name fits pretty well, too. They can spring into the air about 6 feet high and 13 feet across. And from back here, they look like babies, but that's as big as they get. They're about 100 pounds, so they are bigger than they seem. Now, when they get excited, they do this thing when they arch their back and they'll bounce up and down repeatedly. When they do that, it's called prunking. To directly straight here's a little better look at the wildebeest. There, the little springbok. And these little guys can run up to 55 miles per hour. Because of that speed, some of the South African sports teams, they use them as their mascot. Also, they affectionately call them bakkies. Alright, well I think it's time that we start making our way towards elephant country. What do you say? Sound good? Alright, Sunday, let's go. We'll also swing around by Monkey Point. We'll see if we can maybe find some mandrills. They are the most colorful monkeys in the world. I'm gonna tell you right now though, if you do see a mandrill, please do not tease the monkeys, because you know what they throw. Yeah, you laugh now. Trust me, that's a souvenir you don't want. Hey, but look at this, there's a big bull elephant walking around, come up here on the right. You can tell he's a bull because he's all alone. When the boys reach maturity, they leave the herd. A big guy like him weighs about 13,000 pounds. To maintain that weight, he'll eat about 300 pounds of food every day. And over to the left there is the alpha mandrills walking behind the rocks right now. And he's the biggest and most brightly colored of the whole troop. And he's about 100 pounds, whereas the female's only 30. Let's see if he's behind the rocks on this side. Here he comes. That's cool. We only get to see him once in a blue moon.
He's playing with the soccer ball, y'all.
Now, when the boys get excited, the colors on their face will get even more vibrant than that. Alright, let's go a little further into elephant country, and with any luck, maybe we'll get to find a herd. And we'll go check out the red clay pits. Sometimes elephants will go out there and leave the clay for the minerals. It's kind of like taking a vitamin. And those red clay pits will be coming up just on the other side of this old bridge. Alright, let's go to the... And by studying and talk to each other, we're learning what it is to need in order to survive. And one of the interesting things we learned through these studies is that the elephants are afraid of bees. We've been able to use that knowledge too to help out some farmers. They've been having issues with elephants going onto their farms and destroying their crops. So to keep the elephants out without harming them, help the farmers set up beehive fences. That way as the elephants get near, they hear the bees and they go around everything. So this way they don't destroy any of the crops and they don't get hurt. Also, the farmers now have an additional crop of the honey that's produced. Alright, coming up ahead now, we'll see a flock of greater flamingos, and these are the palest of their species. When they hatch, they're not even pink, they're gray. They eat a lot of brine shrimp, which is high in beta-carotene. It's the beta-carotene that turns them pink. And usually it's going to take them about a year or two before they fully develop their pink feathers. Alright, well it seems like the elephant herd's hanging around another part of the reserve right now. So we'll go to another part of the reserve ourselves. We'll head on over to white rhino territory. And the white rhinos, they used to be one of our greatest success stories, but even today they're horns are highly valued on the black market. Every time a poacher sells a rhino horn, they take that money and they go out and they buy more sophisticated weapons to hunt even more rhinos. It's a vicious cycle. It's been very difficult to break.
There's the rhino owl, guys. No rhinos yet. I think it might be too early for some because we didn't see any giraffes yet either. Good morning, y'all.
Oh, I see a cheetah up ahead. Cheetahs are the fastest fastest land animals. On average, they can sprint up to 60 miles per hour straight ahead on the hill. Be coming up on our left here in a second. Yeah, look right behind these rocks, up on the left. And cheetahs, they are daytime hunters. They use their sense of sight when they hunt, not their sense of smell like other cats. And we get a look at the face, notice they have those black teardrop marks that run below the eyes. Those marks that help reduce the sun's glare when they're hunting. Now, fully grown, they weigh between 85 and 100 pounds, so they are bigger cats, but they're not really classified as big cats. They don't even roar either. However, they do vocalize by purring and chirping. And speaking of bigger cats, let's head up to the Copies. The Copies are a big rock formation. Sometimes you'll see lions out there. Lions like to go up on big rocks to scan the savannah for prey. So if we're going to see any lions today, somewhere up ahead here would be your best bet. But do keep in mind that they are nocturnal animals. Oh, here we go. Here's the edge of the Copies. Not surprised he's lying around. He does that for about 20 hours a day. See the girls over there too. Alright, cameras ready. Let's stop around the corner here. Now, who does more of the hunting for the pride, males or females? Females, right. But luckily for us, they do most of their hunting at night. We'll stop right here. Otherwise, it's something getting right directly in our eyes. Just got to get a look at the lioness is looking towards us. From there, she's looking up. Yeah, these cats are big, especially that male. That male lion right there weighs about 500 pounds. Now, to get an idea of how big he is, if you were to get an up-close look at one of his paw is bigger than your face. Yeah, those things are like the size of dinner plates. Way back to the left, there's a few warthogs laying out. There's one standing up still. Warthogs are the largest barreling mammals, but please do not call them Pumbaa. Oh, in Swahili, the word Pumbaa means foolish one. In reality, they're very smart. In fact, they're so smart that when they go into the burrows, they'll back into them. That way, in case any predator tries to attack, they'll think twice when they see those razor-sharp tusks. Keep an eye for ostrich. You see a clutch of their eggs up ahead, and they usually don't stray too far away from them. As you get past this tree on the right, look to the right about 15-20 feet away up ahead there. There they are. Those are the largest bird eggs. Each one down there weighs about 3 pounds. And to get an idea of how big that is, one of them is about equal in size to 2,000 chicken eggs. And the shells are so hard that any one of us here can gently stand on one and they won't even break. Alright, coming up ahead now, we'll see some of the newest kids on the block. They're called the Nigerian dwarf goats, and they've been a very welcome addition to the reserve. But their small size, they don't take up a lot of space. And look at them out here, they're adorable. Now, you might think that they're babies, but they're not. They're just fun size. When these little guys get playful, they'll jump up and down, and they'll butt each other in the head. When they do that, it's kind of like the way of high-fiving one another. Also helps them to establish their dominance within the group, and it'll even help them mature as they age. Alright, friends, well, it looks like our safari is coming to the end, so I'm going to have to drop you off at the warden's post. I hope you had a great time today, and I want to thank you very much for choosing Kilimanjaro Safaris. And please come back soon, because no two safaris are ever the same. The animals definitely make sure of that. I want you to remember that wherever you live, there's ways you can protect your local wildlife and their habitats. We can even help conserve the habitats of some of the animals that we've seen here today. It's real easy too, and all you gotta do is recycle your old electronics. Devices like your cell phones and laptop computers contain a metallic ore called coltan, and it's commonly mined in areas where some of these animals live. So whenever it's time for you to upgrade your devices, go ahead and recycle the old ones. That way the more we all do that, the less the animals will lose their homes. And while you're still out here in Harambe and you want some other up-close animal encounters, I recommend that you visit the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail. It's an easy hike with a lot of great animal viewing opportunities. Over there you get a chance to see animals like gorillas, meerkats, naked mole rats, and a whole lot more. Our stop's going to be coming up ahead, so now will be a good time to gather up all your belongings. And before you leave, make sure you double check your seats. A lot of times, wallets and cell phones have bounced out of pockets. So just take a few extra seconds and make sure that you have everything with you. That way nothing gets left behind. Now here in Harambe, we'd like to say goodbye. Instead, we say Kwaherini. It's Swahili and it means to go well. So Kwaherini, everybody. Go well, go wild, and have a great day out there today. And again, if you're a wilderness explorer, remember you've been riding on board the Simba 1. That's S-I-M-B-A and the number 1. Jumbo. Alright, if you're on the right, watch your hands, arms, feet, and legs. Doors will be opening. Watch your steps down. And have a great day, everybody. Take care.
Later, gators.
What was your name?
Mike.
Mike?
Yeah.
Okay, nice to meet you, Mike.
Nice to meet you.
I come all the time. I hadn't gotten you as a cast member here before, but you were great. So
Awesome.
thank you.
Thank you. Glad you had a great time today.
I did. Have a good day.
You too.
Thank you. Cast member Mike, y'all. He was very good. I haven't had him before on Safari. And you guys know how many times we do Safari. And I want to give him a shout out. He was very good. So good morning, y'all. Good morning, everybody that jumped in while we were on Safari. Good morning, Doug. Nice to see you. Good morning, Mark BF. Let me see who else we got in here. We've got Michael and we've got Tim. Tim came in. I think there's a bunch of other people. We've got some Ninja Watchers, I think, because not everybody's in the chat, but I do see everybody in here. So welcome in, y'all. Welcome in. Nice to see you. We are just having a nice, quiet morning here in Animal Kingdom. Thanks for joining in. We started off the morning with Safari. It was a 15-minute walk on, so I thought we would start with that before it got too busy. It is very busy here in Animal Kingdom this morning. And we're only here for a couple of hours before we leave, so I thought I would just jump on that real quick. We were able to catch the lions this morning, which is awesome. We haven't seen the lions for a little bit. No giraffes or rhinos this morning, though. So if we have time, maybe we'll do that one more time. We're going to do a little walk through Gorilla Falls now, since we are right here. So we'll go check on the babies that we've been watching. So let's go head that direction. There was some okapi on that Safari, which they always are on that right-hand side. Good morning. But I didn't want to film over. There's some girls beside me that were actually okay with live streaming and all of that stuff, which is awesome. It's like half the population is really good with live streaming, usually the younger population, and then there's, some people that are really strange about it. So that's why I try not to film everybody, and they were good. But there's some okapi on the Gorilla Falls Trail, so we're gonna hit that up. I know that some of the Gorilla Falls stuff is closing, and last I heard some of the gorilla stuff was closed, so we'll take a look. Good morning. How are you? Tired. Same. Alright, we do have one little guy out. They got misters on him. Ooh, he's got misters, guys. Look at all these misters going. They do treat their animals very well here. So if you are a Disney animal, you are treated very well. Probably some of the best. So there he is up there, taking a little misty bath. Good morning, Hector. Welcome in. Good morning. Pookiebug is sleeping. When I left him, he was snoring. I haven't seen him pop into chat, so he's probably still sleeping. Look at him up there having a little misty bath. I feel like I should be a Disney animal. I think I am a Disney animal. Just a different kind. But he's up there just chilling out, enjoying the cooler weather with his little misters going. Good to see everybody jumping in. Welcome in, guys. I haven't even said this yet this morning, and you guys know that I don't say this a lot, but if you are new to the channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We are, it is free to do, and we are a growing channel, so I would appreciate it if you do. I think most of the people in the channel right now are mostly people that we have seen before, but I know there are some ninja watchers out there. Oh, the okapi's right up front, guys. Usually he's in the back. So this is an okapi. Good morning, y'all. Welcome in. This is Steph from Steph Wanders Disney. We are walking the Gorilla Trail in Animal Kingdom this morning. And this is an okapi. This is the closest relative to a zebra, which is why they have striped legs. We just got off safari and we're just walking the trail. Good morning, Ken. Nice to see you. Welcome in. I'm sorry that we missed you. We left after the fireworks and things on the 4th. So we'll have to link up with Lily and y'all to do Haunted Mansion another time. Welcome in, Reed. It's a really good view of an okapi. We usually see him at the back, hanging out. Not usually at the front like this, so this is actually kind of rare. Y'all, welcome in. Nice to see you. We are here at Animal Kingdom this morning for a couple hours before we leave. Nice to see everybody. Yes, it was mass chaos. We actually did stay for a little bit. It was still sprinkling on and off, and after all of the thunder and lightning that we were there through and soaked and all the things, Ken, we decided to turn everything off because of not wanting to ruin all of the equipment, and with all the people, it's hard to get any coverage over anything. You can't open an umbrella. Even trying to put a poncho on or anything is difficult. So we decided to turn everything off. I wanted to stay a little bit longer, so we did. We actually moved up further in front of, like right in front of where the DJ was, and we hung out and danced a little bit. If it was just me, I probably would have stayed longer. Pookiebug is my voice of reason, and decided that with 2 Starlight Parades still coming up, people were just smushing in even further, and we had been in that mass of people for 2-3 hours already because we had gotten there a couple hours ahead of time to wait for fireworks. And by the time we realized we were smushed in and couldn't move, we were stuck there. We were right in the middle, like right by the first grassy round section. So we hadn't moved for hours. So we kind of got out of that area and then realized what was going on. So with the Starlight Parade coming up, whether y'all think this is blasphemy or not, I have seen Starlight many times, so it doesn't bother me as much, but Pat is not the biggest Starlight Parade fan. He misses the old electric parade, which I do as well. Probably many of you do too. So we elected to not stay because it was the 2 parades and everybody was just being chaotic. So we left. We have been up since 5 a.m. because we started rope drop. We got there before 7. So otherwise I by myself probably would have stayed. It's a little different when you're one person, you can kind of maneuver. But he's a little overwhelmed. I think he's not used to all the chaos and people and all that stuff. I'm a little bit more used to that now because I'm here all the time. So it's okay. We got everything done that we needed to get done, and I think next 4th we would maybe go to Epcot. We did do the fireworks and stuff last night, which we bumped into Walt and Melissa when we were coming into Epcot yesterday, which I was so happy to do. We got some big hugs, and he gave us some good direction on where to stand, which was awesome advice. They were just everywhere. I streamed it last night, and they were literally coming from every direction. And he told us about being able to get our free souvenir, which is pieces of shrapnel falling from the sky. And we did. We got a big chunk of the fireworks that fell down on us. And we saved it. So this is where our babies are, guys. I don't see the babies, but that might be them that just got a little bit older because it's been a few weeks now. So that might be them at the back. This is a very nice area. If you want to sit down and just relax. This is the bird enclosure in Gorilla Falls. There are seating in here, and there's all kinds of koi fish. You can just sit down, lots of birds flying around. I love this area. And usually once kind of all the people die down a little bit, it's very peaceful in here. This is one of my favorite areas to come sit in. Oh look, we got a little friend that decided to come and put on a little show for us. Good morning, y'all. Welcome in. I know Jen messaged me just after we left and asked if we were still there. We had just left, so yeah, it was mass chaos. Yeah, Pat decided that moving forward, I'm not sure who would come. I might go, but definitely we wouldn't do Magic Kingdom. We would probably do Epcot. Between the two experiences, we were a little disappointed that they didn't do more for the 250th, to be honest. Like, there was no commemorative anything on the actual day of the 250th. So there was no point in being there on the actual day. Like, whether you went on the 3rd or the 4th, despite the DJ party, there was no difference. There was no special merch. There was no special anything. Not even like the daytime flyers to tell you what was going on. Nothing was different, which is a little disappointing, to be honest. So, the fireworks and stuff were cool, but was it worth standing around with 100,000 people? And I don't know about that. Yeah, and I don't blame them, Hector. Everybody's built differently. I'm used to those crowds now because I'm here all the time. I'm a little more used to just kind of like jostling in between them. I walk a lot faster than him, so I'm used to just kind of playing Frogger a lot better. Everybody's just built a little different. Good morning, Sheila. Welcome in. Nice to see you. Welcome in. This is Steph from Steph Wonders Disney. If you are new to the channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It is free. We are a growing channel, so if you're enjoying the content, please go ahead and do that. And hit the like button. It does let YouTube know that there is something interesting going on. If you feel led to, we do have membership now, so if you would like to help out the channel even further, you can go ahead and join as a member. We are going to start having some member-only streams, including possibly an after hours or a Mickey Not So Scary Halloween party. I do have one Halloween party scheduled that will be for everybody, but I'm going to maybe do a second one. So we're going to talk about that with our members and what they would like to see. Welcome in, everybody. A lot of people just came in here, so we're probably going to move out a little bit here. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Come over here and get him without the
We're going to move out a little here. Give people some room. Like a big group came in. Cast member was saying that this little guy here is making a nest, and it takes him 4 days to make that nest, and if the mate does not agree to go into that nest with him, they destroy the nest and they start over again. So that dude's probably exhausted. Y'all think that you've got life hard. This little dude just lives his life 4 days at a time. That's a rough life. Yes, Ken. I was expecting a little more of the flyover. I mean, it was cool, but especially for the 250th, we would have expected some more fighter jets or something more than it was. And I know you can't request things from, the military. The military gives you what they got, but again, it was just, you just would expect it a little bit more. It was very hot, and thank you for coming to our rescue. This is the first time my phone has ever overheated. It came down really quick. I did figure out, I think it happened a second time that day. It was every time I was charging it, so I've just learned to not charge it. So I'm going to get a little umbrella for it and a fan, but it has not happened again since then, even in straight heat, but it happened again during the parade when I was charging it. So I think it's a charging thing, so I've just learned to just not charge it. It holds charge pretty good, so I just naturally have it charging all the time to keep it up. So we're just going to not do that, but thank you, Kenny from Lily's Life, and Paige from the 927 to the rescue. But yes, it was greatly appreciated. That's the first time it ever happened. I kind of panicked for a minute. It was right when the flyer was about to happen. I was like, uh-oh. There's info, guys. She hangs out here a lot, and then she usually does her little loop and comes back and hangs out with all the fish. Yes, definitely. I usually just keep it going all the time, and it's never been an issue, but now I'm trying to, you know, first summer streaming, I've now learned to not charge it constantly. I'm actually charging it right now, and it's okay, but it's only, you know, 81 degrees right now. Anything over about 90, that's when I've learned to unplug it when I'm in straight sunlight anyway. So, yesterday was fine. You know, we did it yesterday, and it was totally fine, but I was in and out of AC a lot because we were in shows and things. But in straight sunlight, if I'm just outside the whole entire time, yeah, need to unplug. He is here to save the day. And it's just things, you know, I mean, we're hot. You just don't think about your equipment when you're standing in straight heat. It is very hot out there. So, yeah, we'll get a little fan. We're going to get a little umbrella clip for the phone, which also helps with a little bit of the water, too. And if it's just sprinkling outside, I usually don't cover it up anyway. I'm not going to pull out an umbrella for just a tiny bit. But we're going to get one for it. Good morning. Oh, there's our little meerkat friend, guys. We know this one is our little friend. We talked to the cast member last time, and he's got that upper green spot, and he always hangs out at the top and checks everybody out. Him and his brother. I think the brother's over here. I just saw him go in the hole. Right there. Yeah, he just came out the hole and came out the other side. They were wrestling last time we were here. Yeah. There's usually the two. Well, I know there's usually 4 of them out, but the 2 of them are usually the troublemakers, I think. The instigator. You may have to start doing that, Ken. I am going to get a fan and a little umbrella, so hopefully we won't have those issues again. I'm pretty good with packing my stuff. I have all my backup bricks and all the things. I've kind of troubleshooted myself, but I do definitely appreciate that. I kind of panicked there for a minute because I thought I had troubleshooted all the things, but you know, as we say, live is live, and stuff always seems to pop up when you think that you've got everything figured out. Ken to the rescue. This one little guy. We always can tell who he is from his green dot, but he always likes to just sit up there and check everybody out. He's like, I'm watching you, well, you're watching me. We've got some zebras up there. 2 of them went off to go get some breakfast. They're at the back. This guy up here is still hanging out. Oh, the other one just noticed that we've got some friends. Meerkats are my favorite. They're not playing today, they're just kind of hanging out watching everybody. I felt so bad from the other day. Someone called them a gopher when we were here, and I was like, oh no, don't call them a gopher.
The AGA has this rating, it's going to talk there. We set all the adults and ratings here. Just kept 4 youngest boys. We have one's named Paul, one's named Ringo, and there's 3 responsible. And there's one, I'll get on that. There's one we only had one touchdown there, but named him Ben. You know why?
Thank you, Ken. I did panic. I panicked so much. I usually don't panic like that. That was straight panic. And then I went to try and cool it off. I pulled it off the gimbal, and then I lost the piece, the magnetic piece that's attached to the gimbal, and it went like off in the crowd. And then I freaked out even more because I was like, I'm not gonna be able to stream anything else anymore. People might have been listening because when it went black, I think it was still streaming. I have no idea what people saw. I don't know what they didn't see. I'm like down on the ground trying to look for it. We didn't know if it went underneath Lily's wheelchair. We didn't know where it went. I do actually have a backup gimbal, but it would have been way back in the room, so I would have had to go all the way back to French Quarter to go get it. So I would have been able to continue streaming eventually, but I had to go get it. I've never had that happen before, and of course it was right before the flyover, which isn't something that is, you know, can be repeated. I don't even know what I streamed for the flyover. I haven't gone back and watched it because it was up and running, but it was still so black on the screen, I couldn't see what I was streaming. So I know I got the initial part of them coming over the castle, but once it started coming overhead, I couldn't see what I was doing. And then I know I kind of caught the back part as I turned around and it went the other way. So I know I caught some of it. How much of it, I have no idea. If y'all were watching, you'd probably be able to tell me better because I just did the best I could. I know I'm usually good with using camera angles. I was always good with that, and I've taken courses on it before I even started doing this, was just cameras in general. So I just did the best I could, blind. I mean, that's what we always say, and we laugh. You know, live is live. You just do what you can. And I don't panic much anymore when things happen because things just happen, and it just is what it is. And most of y'all have been my OGs, and you know, you just kind of roll with the punches and laugh with me. And so I'm okay with it now. I used to panic and think, oh no, people are going to go away and they won't come back. And you know what? Those people might. And if they do, then, you know, you don't want to be here anyways because I'm pretty goofy. So, you know, it's really okay. I've just learned to just be okay with it. Now, when technology fails and I get angry because something just worked, and I have to shut down a whole podcast because things don't work the way it just did 5 minutes ago, yeah, that does make me angry. But it's one of the big boys. I think this might be, is it AJ? This might be AJ. He always comes off on his own. I talked to one of the cast members because he's always just like, you know what, I'm just done with you girls for a while. This was Pookiebug on July the 4th. After the fireworks. We even got a little grunt from him. Poor guy. He's like, I just want a little moment to myself, y'all. Oh, we're on a bouncy bridge. Yes, very appreciative of Ken, guys. Ken IT to the rescue. Yeah. He's just hanging out, guys. This is what he does. He does this just about every morning when I see him here. All right, let's see if we can see some of the girls. His brother is over here too. Sometimes we see him and his brother get into a scuffle. I laughed at one of the cast members one day we talked, and he said, you know, they get into a scuffle just like regular brothers do.
No worries.
I think that's his brother up there. There he is. I think it's breakfast time, so they're all just kind of foraging a little right now. His brother's a little younger than him, I believe. Thanks, Ken. I appreciate that. I appreciate letting them know. You know why? It's that witty sarcasm on the 927. You made them laugh, so that goes really far with the military. I know it does. They're hanging out on this side today. A lot of times they don't hang out on this side, but here they are. I think they're heading out towards the AC and the caves. They just went down the back hill. They moved quick. They were just right there and they just booked it down the hill. I know Pookiebug appreciates the witty sarcasm. We all do. You guys have to keep up that show, for real. We sit at home and laugh at that so hard. You guys do a good job. and I'll get with Jen next time. I'm not sure when I'll be here, when you guys will be here, but we'll have to try and figure it out, because I know Lily wants to really ride Haunted Mansion together, and we'll have to, she wants to match outfits, so, or coordinate. I'm not really sure. I left it up to her. I'm not sure if we're matching or coordinating with the different Haunted Mansion outfits, so we had a little chat about that. So I think Jen's gonna let me know. Good morning, y'all. Welcome in. This is Steph from Steph Wonders Disney. We are just here for a couple of hours at Animal Kingdom this morning while we hang out, wait for Pookiebug to wake up, and then we're going to drive home. So this is going to be our last live stream for, I think it's about 9 days before I come back again. We actually don't live in Florida. We live in Alabama, but we do come back here quite frequently, so I'll be back fairly soon. I actually don't know which parks I'm going to go to yet. My routine is normally when I drive in, I leave at about 2, 3 in the morning, and I drive straight here and go to a park. I usually do Animal Kingdom. That's my habit, but I don't know. I might switch that up and see what we want to do. And then the second day, I usually try to do 2 parks and, you know, flip it around. So I'm going to go home and see what we'd like to do. If anybody has anything that they want to see, let me know. I'm pretty open because we come to the parks all the time of things that people want to see. So if there's something in particular you want to see, let me know. And any of the members out there, I will drop a post, and maybe we'll do a little quick Q&A or a podcast, and we can talk about what you guys would like to see as a member stream, and we'll set something up for that. But welcome in, everybody. We still have about an hour or so here left in Animal Kingdom. We've already done safari. We walked to the gorilla trail, saw some babies. The gorilla, saw the okapi, which the okapis are always out, but usually they're at the back. So we got a really good shot of one of them in the front this time, which is awesome. So good morning and welcome in, Jumbo. And welcome into this Majestic Monday. That's what we're going to call it, because I'm usually at Animal Kingdom on Mondays, and we used to call it Wild Wednesdays, but I'm hardly ever here on a Wednesday anymore. Sometimes I am, what my routine is, sometimes if I come on a Monday in the afternoon when I get here, and then I'll come here for an early morning stream like this before I leave when I drive home. So we might still do Wild Wednesdays, but I had to find something for a Monday. So we're going to call it a Majestic Monday. We could call it Magical Monday, but that sounds more like a Magic Kingdom thing to me, so. Look at this little Mickey. So I think we'll head over to Everest, guys. Maybe we'll go ride Everest. Try to get that done with single rider if that's open. Sometimes it's open now, sometimes it's not. I had mentioned the Harambe Market that's open now, and some people hadn't realized that it is an actual market now where you can get quick service. So this is what I was talking about. So they've got some wraps. They have a new meat pie that's out now. They have a cheeseburger, chicken strips, you know, some stuff for the kids. So it's a nice open air market that you can sit down in, lots of seating. So that's a good, nice area that you can sit down in. The bakery that someone was asking about the elephant ears, that's up around the corner. It is still open. Tamu, of course, around the corner. They have that crunchy upside down pineapple cake, all the Dole Whip you would like. We frequent that. And there's a popcorn stand there. That's usually where you can get any of the popcorn buckets that are out. I believe the last time we were here, they still have the blinking scar buckets. Or you can refill your bucket that you already have. You're very welcome, Chief. You're very welcome, and I'll be back as soon as I can. Hopefully someday soon we'll be big enough that I can be here all the time for y'all. So if you are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and if you feel so led, then you can go ahead and join as a member. The more support that we can get, the sooner that I can be here for you guys all the time. We are self-supported here at Steph Wonders Disney, so I do have to work my regular job to help support the channel. Because we don't live here, I do have to stay in hotels and things when I come down, so it's an endeavor that we knew we were going to have to manage for a little bit, and we're just going to see how it goes. And you know, if it was something that was fun that I wanted to do and it didn't pick up, that was okay, and we were totally okay with that. But people seem to like the channel, so we'll keep going with it for a little bit and see how it goes, and we'll roll with it. I love all my people here, and we've met some awesome, amazing people, and that's the whole point. We just like to bring Disney to people and enjoy and give people information. We've been Disney fans for a long time. We've been coming for a long time. We keep up with a lot of things. We've met amazing people. So if we don't know the answers, a lot of our amazing people in chat know the answers. They all have a lot of their own channels. We all have our own ways of streaming, our own ways of doing content. So there's a little bit of everything out there. And saying that, there is a lot of people in that little pool. So it takes a little bit to get out there, and that's okay. We're growing pretty good, I think, for the little, I would say the little bit that I'm here, but I'm not here every day like some people. So we're getting there, and I'm happy with it. And I'm happy to have all of you here with us. I appreciate every single person that jumps into my chat. Nice to see you, Marlins fan. Welcome in. Good morning from Animal Kingdom. Jumbo. Well, you're in the right place if you're a big Disney fan. We all are here too. I was just saying, we were walking through Gorilla Falls, that the monkey had it good in his enclosure. It's nice and cool out. They've got misters going on them, and I said, maybe I should just be a Disney animal. And then I said, I think I already am one. Welcome in. I think we're going to walk over to Everest, and I haven't looked at the wait time actually, to be honest, but usually I just do single rider, so it doesn't matter what the wait time is. And we'll see if we can at least get that done. We might ride Safari one more time if we can. The giraffes weren't out yet, so they might have been eating, and the rhinos weren't out yet either, so we'll see if maybe we can catch them before we go. We have about 45 minutes, so before I have to go off stream and get back to Pookiebug. So we'll see what the wait times are. It's actually pretty busy here for Animal Kingdom this morning, as it's summertime and it's Cool Kid Summer. So usually when you come really early, there's not a lot of people here, and it gets busier kind of mid-morning until about 1 or 2. It gets hot, and then everybody kind of leaves the park again. But I have noticed, since I'm here all the time, it's been getting busier and busier, earlier and earlier. People are trying to beat the heat. A lot of people are here because of a lot of deals on resorts and things right now, so it's been a little busier than normal. Yeah, Expedition Everest is only 10 minutes, so we should be able to get on there just fine. Kilimanjaro Safari has popped up as 30, so we may not get that one done again, but we'll definitely go to Everest. Now, as always, sometimes we get on Everest and it gets a bit laggy. Sometimes it is perfectly fine. There's one day we did Everest about 4 times in a row because there was no wait. And 3 to 4 times it streamed perfectly great. And then the 4th time it got laggy and the Yeti tried to eat me. But we made it out. So if it does get a little laggy, just hang tight. It will come back shortly. I think it got laggy because we got stuck inside with the Yeti. And then when it finally released us, we sat in the dark for about 2 or 3 minutes, and then it kind of dropped us. And I think it did something funny to the internet being inside for that long. So we'll see what happens today. It just seems to be hit or miss. You never know. So I'm going to take you guys off the equipment before we get into single rider, because sometimes it goes pretty quickly. I'm going to take my hat off, because I don't want to lose my hat. It's my new Adventures Are Waiting hat. I haven't turned the camera around yet this morning because we just kind of got up and going right away. But it's my new Doug hat. So we'll get you off here. They're pretty steady, so it's really not bad if I go handheld, but it's easier for Everest. Good morning, guys. So here's my hat. See? Adventures Are Waiting. Good morning, guys. I got my green backpack, so we're all set. We are very animal-like today. We've got braids. we're all set up for it being warm today. So we're gonna go head over to Everest. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. We'll be safe getting home, don't worry. I've got about 45 minutes still, so if you're in and out, that's okay. I'm not on a particular time limit. I was just trying to be back before we had to check out so that Pookiebug's not left hanging. So give me just a second. We're gonna pull you off. I don't have my assistant with me this time. So we're just gonna unplug you, try to make this as less shaky as possible. I've just figured out with all of this stuff that I can't use my cute lounge slides anymore. I have to have all these bigger backpacks. So I've kind of figured out the sizing and things that I need to kind of sort that out. So it's all good. We still try to be cute and matching. We just can't do all the Disney stuff. I do have some cute Disney backpacks. Those new silk ones that have come out have worked really well. I just can't, there's some of them that are just too small and I can't use my lounge flies. Someone's calling me. All right, guys, I'm about to take you off here. All right. Down. Just a second while I get my backpack closed. I think they have single rider open. If not, regular rider is only 15 minutes, so. I know, y'all. Being sweaty and hat head is not a good look. Good morning.
Morning, single rider, head back to the left.
Thank you. There's nobody in the single rider line. There's one person, y'all. So welcome in if you're joining us from Animal Kingdom this morning. We are in single rider line for Expedition Everest. There's only one person ahead of us, so shouldn't be too long. Never ever read. I'm sure you've never heard of that. I've actually found the perfect size of what I need, but it depends on which park I'm in. Some parks, if I'm going to stream for 16 or 17 hours, I need a bigger pack because I got more battery packs. A day like today, we've only got 2 hours. I really only need like one, so it depends on the day, depends on what we're doing. And of course, I need all my, water bottles and umbrellas and poncho and all the things. You have to be prepared because you're probably not going back to wherever you were if you're on them for a long day. So you got to be prepared. If you're not prepared, guaranteed it's going to do something. You need, some Band-Aids in case you get blisters. Some Tylenol. You gotta be ready, guys. Disney is serious business. I think we've talked about it before, but if anybody would like to know what you need to have in a park bag or is interested in what we carry, I'm more than happy to walk you through that. We can unpack a park bag and what I carry or what you should carry. You probably don't need to carry battery packs and things. You might need a small one. It does suck your phone down when you're having to use, if you're going to use multi-passes and check wait times and things like that. So you might need like a small fuel rod or something like that. But if you want to know what you need to pack for a day in Disney, if you're an extreme Disneyer like us and we don't go back to the room and we're there from park open to park close, and you want to be prepared, we can definitely do something like that. Anybody's interested in seeing that. I just kind of shift from one backpack to another. I've got clips for my ears or hats. I don't carry a lot of like bag charms and things because they get in the way. I did with Sam the Eagle this weekend because of the patriotic stuff, but I already have so much stuff in my backpack. I don't tend to have a lot of things hanging. If I'm here for like a vacation, you know, I might do something like that. But again, it's, you know, as you're flinging your bag around, you're also hitting people with that stuff. So I tend to not have a lot of hanging things. It is very loud in this hallway, guys, so just bear with me. I do have my microphone, but I'm going to get another microphone that I can attach that has a receiver, because I still want you guys to be able to hear the ride, and some of them are so noise canceling you can't hear anything, so that's why I tend to not use those. So I'm going to get a fancy one, so that you guys can still hear everything. Welcome in, y'all. Welcome in. This is Steph from Steph Wanders Disney, and we're just waiting in the single rider line. They might have gone back to the old way because I've just had one person in front of us, and we still haven't made it on. It was only a 15-minute wait, so I might be tempted to go back and just stand in the other line. This is one of those things you just never know what they're doing here with the line situation.
Manténgase sentado con sus manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del vehículo y por favor vigile a sus pequeñitos.
Oh, there goes that one. Enjoy the ride, folks.
The yeti's gonna grab us one of these. Like, look, my eyes, don't be doing this.
Secure small belongings, keep larger items and bags. For safety, remain seated or hands, arms, feet, legs inside the vehicle. Please supervise. Atención, miembros de expedición Everest. Una vez a bordo, asegura sus pertenencias personales en la bolsa de carga frente a usted. Mantenga sus bolsos y pertenencias más grandes junto a sus pies. Por su seguridad, manténgase sentado con sus manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del vehículo y por favor vigile a sus pequeñitos.
Yeti got us for a couple of seconds. He held us at the top for a minute, but not for very long. Yeah, the girl behind us screamed. You gotta love the screamers. I'm not a screamer, I just laugh. When it dropped us though, it dropped us hard. I think that's what happens when it holds at the top now. So it never used to hold you at the top. When you get the projection of the Yeti, it used to just like immediately send you down. Lately, it broke down on us once in there, not too long ago. And now lately, it seems that's the new thing is when you see that projection, it holds you there for a minute or two. So it's unexpected, and then it really drops you. You just immediately drop about a foot and then just send you flying down that hill. That's when she screamed. It's really good. Welcome in, David T. Nice to see you. All right, let's get you guys hooked back up. I know I have a steady hand, but not as steady as a gimbal. Let's get you guys back on the machine. Good morning, y'all. Welcome in. This is Steph from Steph Wanders Disney. We've got about 45 minutes left here in our short little Animal Kingdom stream here. We just want to say a little brief goodbye to Disney and a little hello to everybody this morning before we leave. Y'all know how much I love Animal Kingdom. You know how much I love all my people. I love hanging out with y'all. I'd be here every day if I could. You know I would. Maybe we'll be able to do that for you guys one day. The heat doesn't bother me, so I have a really good time here. It's a really good workout program, I'll tell you that. I know there was somebody, I don't know if you guys probably couldn't hear, but he was a local and a new AP, I guess, and he says he's been living in Florida now for 3 years. I was listening to him. He was talking to another lady. I could just hear him talking. And he said that he's never gotten used to the heat, so he only comes to the parks in the mornings because he can't handle it. And that's how it is for a lot of people, especially if you move here from up north. That being said, you know, me being formerly Canadian, I have never liked the cold, so I am a very unique person. I hate the cold, and I can't handle the cold. I love the heat. Pookiebug and I have been fighting over the thermostat in our room since we got here, but I left it down for him. It's like 68 degrees in the room, which is the lowest Disney's will go. He's been sleeping, of course, just like in his boxers, and I have been sleeping in a full pair of thick jogging pants, which are his old firefighter joggers, which are like really thick, a t-shirt, fuzzy socks, and underneath all the blankets, and I've still been waking up every hour because I'm cold. That's how much I am okay in this heat. So I get sweaty just like other people, but not nearly as much as other people. And as long as like I stay hydrated, I am completely fine in this heat, guys. The heat does not bother me like it does other people. I'm like some kind of freak of nature, as Pookiebug likes to say. I'm an anomaly. He keeps saying I have something wrong with me. I've actually had things checked, you know, just to make sure I don't have hyperthyroidism and different things that can make you very cold, and I am fine. I've actually dropped a ton of weight in the last couple of years, and I could actually stand to lose probably 10 more pounds. I put a little bit back on. I think it's due to doing all the Disney streams. As much as I walk a ton and I don't eat a lot, I do eat things when I'm in the park that I probably shouldn't sometimes. But I'm just, I don't know. There's something about the heat. It just, you know, you get hot, but it doesn't seem to affect me like other people. Good morning, y'all, and welcome in. This is Steph from Steph Wanders Disney. We have about 30 minutes left in the park. So unfortunately, we won't be able to hit Festival of Lion Kings. The first one opens at 10. Oh, look, we have Pluto and Wilderness Goofy this morning. You don't see Wilderness Goofy very often. That's something new. Sorry, guys. Wilderness Goofy is something new. Let's see if we can get across just to get a little stream of Wilderness Goofy. Look at him here in his little outfit. Wilderness Goofy is new. You see, You do see Pluto sometimes, but not wilderness goofy. I'm trying to get a picture of him with no kids. Okay, thank you. The handler didn't like that I was there, so we'll go. It's okay. That happens sometimes. I know they don't like us taking pictures of other people, so that's why I was trying to get them between people. Disney food has no calories. It's magical. Yes, right? And I do walk a lot. I mean, like, you know, you're sweating the whole time, you're hydrating. I walk, you know, 12 to 17 miles a day and all of that, carrying a 10 to 15 pound backpack. You know, I definitely burn it off. I don't actually eat that much. I probably don't eat enough, as Pookiebug says. So, you know, I am older. Some of it is just genetics. You know, I've struggled with weight a long time. That's a whole thing for another time. Some of it is age. I know everyone thinks that I'm younger than I am. I'm very blessed to look younger. I've looked after myself some. But I definitely am younger. Yeah. We kind of left. Some of the handlers are a bit more strict than some of the others. Most of them don't mind if you stand there for a second. That one immediately got on it, so it's okay. She might be a newer cast member, or she's just a little stricter. So we're not gonna get anybody upset today. I think maybe we'll do a little walk over to Pandora. We haven't been over there for a minute, so let's go see what's going on over in Pandora. We could always do Nabby River Journey. I haven't done that in a while. It's just a nice, you know, little boat ride. I'm not sure what the wait is for that, but it's not something we do all the time. It's not, you know, super exciting. We like to do all the animal stuff here, but we definitely can go and check that out. Avatar is something that probably I usually use a lightning lane for, or we'd have to rope drop. And because we were a little bit late getting here from the bus situation, we were here all day. I maybe go wait in line for that. I knew we weren't going to do that today, so I didn't bring my chest harness. So for Avatar and Tron, you have to have a chest harness for. I didn't bring that with me. It's in my suitcase. I mean, it's in the room. I didn't anticipate doing that today, which usually I would pack it, but since I was only here for a couple of hours, I didn't think we were going to get that done today. So maybe next Animal Kingdom Day we'll make sure we do that. I know, I mean, it's totally streamable. It's not the clearest picture for you guys because you're supposed to be wearing 3D glasses, of course. But it's something we can totally do if people want to see that. I know we've had a lot of people joining in from over the pond, and there's things that they probably haven't seen, so even a little bit blurry might be something they want to see. It's actually saying Avatar is only 35 minutes. I'm kind of shocked. If I had my chest piece, I would do that, but I don't. But we could go do Nabby River Journey before we go. It's 35 minutes, which would put me just over the time limit, but that's okay. Reed is wise. Reed is wise. That's why we have him here as a moderator. Reed's a good guy. Let's head over and see about doing Nabby River Journey. We'll do that this one time. Avatar being 35 minutes is kind of a shock, y'all. Usually Avatar is up in the 75 to 90 minute range, and it definitely will be, probably in an hour or two. You can see all these people starting to move in. So we'll go and do Nabby River Journey. We haven't done that in a long time, and I've only done it twice before. It's kind of a slow moving boat ride. It has a little animatronic in the end, which is cool if it works. One time I did it, it worked. The next time it didn't. We tend to do a lot of walking here and the animal stuff, and I love Avatar. Avatar was my favorite ride until they came up with Guardians and Tron. So it's one of those ones that kind of got undercut once those ones came in, but we'll see if we can get past some of these crowds and get to that line. But we can definitely do that before we go. Normally we would hit up Feathered Flight and a couple other things, but we're just running out of time, guys. We can get one more in. And then I think we might, I still wanted to get some beignets before we left, so, and I haven't eaten yet this morning. So I think I might go back to the hotel, and before we leave, I might get some beignets for the road. You gotta get some beignets on the French Quarter for the road, y'all. It's gonna happen. If I had time, I would try to get in the lounge and get some churros from Nomad Lounge, because we all know those are the best, but a lot of the places here aren't open until 11 o'clock. So I also wanted to try the ice cream sandwich. I've tried a lot of the new things here, and some I like and some I don't. I'm not a big ice cream sandwich fan, and with that big thick layer of cookie dough, I was like, oh, I don't know about that. But everyone keeps talking about how good it is, but that quick service little stand doesn't open until, I think it's like 10 or 11. And then if I stand in line, it's gonna be a bit before we get there. So maybe we'll definitely have to do an Animal Kingdom morning or afternoon next trip, and we'll try that together and see how we feel about that. And everyone raves about it, everybody. But then a lot of people kind of like a lot of junk food, and I'm not a big junk food person. Some things like, some things I don't like. A lot of things I'll just pass right over because I can tell looking at it, I'm like, and that's one of those questionable things. I like ice cream. I don't like ice cream sandwiches. I'm not a big cookie dough person, and that is an ice cream cookie dough sandwich. So it's a bunch of weird things together that I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. But we'll try it. We'll try it for science. Oh, wow. Well, prayers for the people in New Mexico, because that could be really rough. I hope everybody is okay. Alright guys, Navy River journey. This will be our last ride of the day. Welcome in, guys. Welcome into Animal Kingdom this morning. If you are new to the channel, if you could go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me if you haven't yet already. It is free to do. We are a growing channel, so I appreciate if you could do that for me. My goal today was just to get 2. And that's a low goal, guys. I wanted to try and hit 1,200 before I left. I might have already hit that goal. I don't know. I don't check while I'm streaming. So I've done some really good streams the last couple of days, thanks to you guys. And I've just had some amazing times, and I've been so super blessed the last couple of days that I haven't even been looking. I've just been having fun and letting you all do your thing. And I appreciate everybody, and I just know most people, if they like the stream, they just kind of know what to do. So that's why you don't hear me say that super often. My moderators are great, and they let everybody know. So I just kind of let people do their thing here. It's a little more relaxed. I don't like to harp on people and harass them about things like that. So I'm here just to enjoy Disney, and you know, if people want to support me, they can be a member or send super chats if they want. If they want to hit the like button, they can. If they want to subscribe, they can. It kind of is what it is. Yes, French Quarter has really good food. Their quick service is great. And Animal Kingdom is a sleepy giant, guys. Animal Kingdom has some of the best food on property. I said that on the Pete McDivitt show. I've heard other friends say that. I have other friends that come to the parks daily that say that. And it's one of those things that we don't tell other people because we don't want it to get out of the bag. We don't want other people to know. But Animal Kingdom has some of the best food. Epcot does not have the best food. Animal Kingdom has the best food. And people don't know about it. So we will park hop over here and get lunch and get food, and then park hop out and go somewhere else. So don't underestimate the food at Animal Kingdom. Magic Kingdom has the worst food. 100% the worst food. Well, no, that might be Hollywood Studios. I digress. Hollywood Studios has the worst food, then Magic Kingdom. But I wouldn't always assume that Epcot is the best for food, and most of us people that go here every day, we disagree. So thank you, Reed. Thank you. Woohoo! Thank you, everybody. That is all thanks to your guys' help. So I appreciate that so much. Thank you, everybody. He probably is. I haven't heard from him. I haven't even seen him come in the chat this morning, so I'm not sure what he's doing. I don't know if he's awake. I thought he would have popped in at this point. I mean, I know he needs to load up the car, but I thought he would have popped in by now, so I hope he's awake because we also need to leave by 11, so he might be eating, he might be sleeping. I'm going to message him in a bit and see if he's awake. He hasn't said good morning or anything yet, so I'm hoping he's awake at this point. He may not be. I haven't heard from him. Let's message him and see. This won't wake him up if he's not awake, so I'll send it to him and see. Yeah, it's 9:45 here, so I'm hoping he wakes up soon if he's not awake yet. I'm definitely going to get some beignets, whether I get them to go in the vehicle or I eat them there. I'm going to get some beignets. Oh, yeah, he says he's awake and showered. He's fixing to start loading the car. So there he is. He's awake. I figured he would have popped in the channel, but he hasn't. Good morning, y'all. Welcome into Steph Wanders Disney. We've got a few minutes left here before we're going to go off, so I figured I would jump into Navi River Journey. We haven't done Navi River Journey for a long time, and there wasn't a super long wait, so I figured we would jump into this line. So we don't have a super long wait. Y'all, welcome in. Well, everybody's having a good morning. I know most people are probably at stupid work this morning, so hopefully I'm able to entertain you a little bit before we leave. We are headed back home today, but we'll be back in the park July the 20th. To the 22nd or 23rd. I haven't decided yet. I do have a hotel reservation already. And then I will book another one before too long for August. I was waiting to hear back from some of our friends, our other swimmer friends, also Scary Mary and a couple other people to see what I maybe needed to book to try to coordinate with them. I do have the 23rd to the 26th booked as well, because we're going to do the Not So Scary Halloween party on the 25th, where I'll be dressed up as well. So we do have a bunch of dates booked up. And then we'll be booking further out after that. So if we get anything in between, I'll definitely let you know. And of course, I have my podcast on Monday nights, and we'll maybe start adding some other things in for some member streams, but I will post those as needed. And I'll probably throw up a quick member stream for our members and see. We'll have a little chat about what we would like to do going forward with the members. So as the membership grows, if you are a member, definitely tune in for those. I'll post it ahead of time, so you'll definitely know about it, and we'll talk about what you guys want to see or what you guys would like to do for a live stream, whether that's an after-hours party or another Halloween party or a regular stream in the park. We can maybe do like a once-a-month night stream in the park somewhere, and I'll let you guys decide what kind of park you would like to see. So we'll have some fun with it, guys. So if you are considering being a member, that's something you can think about if you see stuff pop up. They will be labeled member-only streams, so you guys will see them. So any of the other ones that are not labeled member-only are more than welcome to join into those. Good morning and welcome in. This is Steph from Steph Wanders Disney. Jumbo, and welcome to Majestic Monday. Still seeing lots of people in their patriotic gear this morning, which is fun. I am dressed in my adventure gear this morning because we are adventuring here in Animal Kingdom. So I have my adventure Bug hat on. We went with the glasses and the braids today from last couple days of contacts, and it's been a long few days and not a lot of sleep, so we did some messy braids and good old adventure backpack. Hitting it up safari style. Welcome in, guys. For anybody joining us in that does not know what Navaruba Journey is, this is a dark water ride. It's just a little boat ride, and it is in Pandora, which is from the movie Avatar. So next time we come to Animal Kingdom, we will ride the Avatar ride, which is one of the better simulator rides here. It used to be one of our favorite rides in the park until they opened Guardians of the Galaxy and Tron. It is still one of the better rides in the park. So it's one of the reasons a lot of people come to Animal Kingdom. It is a 35-minute wait right now, or it was before we jumped in this line, but I didn't bring my chest harness. You are suspended on kind of like a motorcycle. You're actually on a banshee. So it's like a flying, anybody that's watched the Avatar movie, it's like a flying dragon kind of thing. So I can't just like hang on to my phone. You have to have a harness on. I do have a chest harness for that and doing Tron, but I forgot it in the room because I didn't think that was an option. I would do that today because it's busy and it's usually like a 75 to 90 minute wait. So I'll usually purchase that one so we can just lightning lane that in. Or if it's a lower wait time, I didn't think that would be today. I'm kind of actually quite shocked that it's a 35-minute wait. I'm wondering if it had gone down. That happens sometimes, and then when it comes back up, it's a lower wait. That is a possibility, and I hadn't looked. So I'll make sure I have it with me at all times now, because we could have gone and done that, but we'll do that next time we come, for sure. So for anybody joining us from over the pond, that's what we're doing. I'm trying to get better with explaining the rides because I'm realizing we're getting some people from overseas that haven't seen some of this before. But it's very well themed. So everything glows and is luminescent. It's supposed to look like Avatar. At nighttime, which is unfortunate that Animal Kingdom closes early, you don't get to see it at nighttime much anymore. Everything in this land glows. All the flowers glow, everything glows, luminescent, like glow in the dark. I do have some previous pictures and things that we took when you were able to come at nighttime. And we'll do a quick little walkthrough before we close out of outside. There's huge waterfalls. The queue for Avatar is very cool. And at nighttime, it's even better. So maybe one of the nights we'll do an afternoon one and you can do like a dusk walkthrough so you can kind of get an idea. We haven't driven Navaruba Journey very often or in a long time, so we'll go ahead and do that today as our last ride. Hopefully the animatronic is working today. There is a very expensive animatronic at the end that is of a Pandora, I guess you would call them. Is it an Avatar? No, we're the Avatar. I'm not a big Avatar fan. I've tried to watch the movie several times. I'm one of those people. I like all of the area here, but I have never been able to sit through the whole entire movie. I've seen it in bits and pieces. One of the native people to Pandora is at the end, and it is a very cool animatronic when he's working. So we'll be able to see that today, hopefully. I mean, you'll be able to see it, whether or not he's working or not. We'll find out. Welcome in, everybody. Jumbo from Animal Kingdom on this Majestic Monday. this in my house. Also, it would look kind of wild in your house. Probably not appropriate, but they're really cool in here. Our favorite food service in Animal Kingdom is right in Pandora, so it's Saltuli Canteen. They have these noodle bowls that you can get that are amazing. I crave it sometimes when I'm not here. Some of the best food, and they're healthy too, but they taste so good. You can mobile order them. You can also sit inside and get some AC, and it is also themed like this, so it's super cool. So you can get that here in Pandora. There's also a little back walkway if you'd like to have a little quiet alone time that goes from Pandora along kind of back behind where Saltuli Canteen is, and it goes along the really pretty waterway that's kind of by the backside of Tiffin's and the Nomad Lounge, and pops up in front of Festival of the Lion King. So if you would like a little quiet time area, or you've got some overwhelmed kids and you want, or maybe yourself and you just want a little quiet area to just de-stress a little bit, you can walk along that walkway, and it's very nice back there. Good morning in the park days. Welcome in. Thank you. Yeah, we've had some amazing streams the last couple of days. Just, you know, you guys would know with streaming, every stream is different. Sometimes you've got 400 people in your stream. Sometimes you have 50 people in your stream. Sometimes you have 10 people in your stream. I've had it all over the place this weekend, so welcome in. But we've had some really good times this weekend, so I'm a happy girl right now. Met some amazing people, met some amazing friends. We've met some just awesome people in the parks. We met a bunch of our longtime friends, met some new friends. A huge Twitter person that my husband follows just walked into Beer Garden yesterday. And he started talking to him, and now we're friends. So yeah, met some awesome people that were in the parks this weekend. So we've had a really great time. I hope you had a good time this weekend too. Good morning, Cherry Blossom Fairy. Welcome in. Nice to see you, girl. I don't know. Oh, I had you zoomed in. That could be why. Here you go. That should be better. I may have touched it by accident. That's my fault. I'm sorry. That should be a little better now. I think I had zoomed in on the lights up there. I just forgot to do it, and I pulled it back down. I would have noticed as soon as we got on the ride. I also have it angled up because I try not to stream people. Some people are really good about it. Like we were on Safari earlier and I had some girls with me, and they're really good about it. A lot of the younger crowd, you know, they're used to TikTok and things, and they're really good with it. And some people really are not. We've had some people come to us or be upset that people are streaming. So I try not to stream people as much as possible, unless they're asked to be. We try to be courteous of everybody here. Yeah, it was awesome. We met JC3PO. That's who we met at Beer Garden, and he's an awesome guy from 9 Line Apparel, and makes a lot of the Rebellion wear, which my husband likes wearing in the car. Thank you, Michael. Welcome in. As we get closer to the ride, I'm going to get you guys off of the machine. We are pretty close right now, so I'm going to pull you guys off really quick, okay? Well, no, we can handheld this one. You can stay on. This is a boat ride. You'll be all right. As always, guys, just stay courteous of the other guests. We're not going to speak during the ride.
Do I have a party of 2 or 1?
I have 1.
1 coming up. You're going to be on row 1 or 2 in front of you.
Okay, thank you.
Party of 5.
Welcome in, guys. Now this is our journey.
Welcome, travelers. For your safety, please remain seated with hands, arms, feet, and knees at the side. And please supervise your children.
Bienvenidos viajeros. Para su seguridad, favor de permanecer sentados con las manos, brazos, pies y piernas.
seated in your stay seated in your Welcome back, travelers. Please remain seated aboard the boat until it comes to a complete stop and an exit to the left. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your day on Pandora.
Thank you. Alright guys. Now we have test streamed that before and it has been totally fine. We got delayed in there and then I think I lost everybody. So I think it was the delay that did it. We got stuck in a weird spot. So I apologize. I don't know how much anybody saw of that. But yeah, the delay got us stuck. So I apologize. That's not one that we normally do, but I thought we would go ahead and try and do it, even though the test streams have always been fine. So here we are. We lost like half the people, and that's okay. Stuff happens. We all know that stuff happens. So welcome back. So for anybody that wanted to see Pandora, that maybe hasn't seen it before during the day, it's not as overwhelming as it is at nighttime. But here's the waterfall. You can actually get a photo pass of it. The Avatar ride is over here. We're going to walk towards that. We'll do a little quick loop before we walk out. And we'll close out closer to the front of the boat since we have to walk that way anyway. So welcome back in, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. I'm not sure how much of that you saw. I think the transmission got intercepted because of the delay in there. We got stuck in a weird spot in there. I think they were playing bumper boats in there a little bit. This is Pandora, y'all. At nighttime, it's really cool. It's cool during the day too, but at nighttime, it's all luminescent and glowing. Avatar's now at 55, which is still not bad for Avatar. So it does wrap around the backside. Saltuli, the restaurant I was talking about, is down here. Also, my favorite drink is the Night Blossom you can get down here
Iced coffee.
at Pongu Pongu, which is where that big metal machine is. I don't get it very often anymore because I have some kind of issue where when I drink frozen drinks, it gives me immediate brain freeze. It gives me like a really bad headache. So I don't get it as often as I used to, but it is a very good drink if you like slushy drinks. It has a lot of sugar and I tend to not eat a lot of sugar either, but it's super, super good. It's one of the few slushy drinks that I will ever buy. I'm not a big slushy drink person. And the bobas in it are mango flavored and they actually taste like mango. They're very good. The little walking path, you can go to the Tree of Life, it's straight ahead. If you want to go to Africa, like the sign says, you go to the left and it will go to that little area I was telling you about that's nice to walk through and comes out in front of Festival of the Lion King. So welcome back in, guys. Welcome back in. This is Steph from Steph Wanders Disney. We're just at the end of our stream this morning from Majestic Monday. I hope everybody else has a good rest of their day and keeps the motto of Hakuna Matata. I hope everybody has a good rest of their Monday. We've got a hefty ride home in front of us. I'm hoping the roads aren't too bad considering that probably us and everybody else are trying to go home today. So hopefully it's not too bad. I did see a lot of people leaving our resort early this morning, so I'm hoping that we're leaving kind of a little bit later. Maybe we'll be at like an odd time of the day that we're not hitting rush hour traffic. We're not hitting the traffic of people that are leaving. early, so we'll be kind of in the middle of things and avoid some of the traffic. Welcome in if you are joining us. We are just about to close out shortly, but you are welcome to come in. This is part of the river that wraps around Animal Kingdom, and that's part of the river that you see when you do the walking path. So when you do that walking path, this is Tiffin's and Nomad Lounge right here. That walking path is at the back. You can actually see the bridge way back there. If I zoom in, you can see it. There's actually people walking on it. See it back there? So that's the bridge that's attached to the back of Pandora that you can take. That pops out in front of Festival of the Lion King. Some people know about that path and some people don't, but it's a nice little walkway and a lot of people don't use it. Most people use this one, so this one can get congested. So if you're trying to get somewhere really quick, or you just want somewhere quiet, you can go walk back there and you'll be able to avoid a lot of the foot traffic if you're going between Pandora and Africa. Now, if you're wanting to get to the Tree of Life really quick for a show, or you're trying to leave the park, this is the quicker way, unfortunately, even with the foot traffic, because if you go that way, you have to come through Africa and still come through this way. So you're probably best to just stay with the flow. Yeah, I'm the same way, George. I walk very fast, and I'm a frogger. So I just kind of have to dodge people. I try not to cut them off too much to be rude, but I do walk very fast. Pookiebug has a hard time catching up with me, and I have to intentionally walk slow. So I feel bad when I'm in the park with him because I catch myself walking way ahead of him and I have to slow down for him. But I walk extremely fast. Like I can do a loop around Hollywood Studios in 11 minutes, fully. And I could walk faster. So that's how I'm able to get so much done for y'all. I walk very fast. But I'm used to being by myself too, so I don't have to keep pace with anybody. So when I do, you know, Pookiebug goes at a more leisurely pace, so I have a really hard time doing that with him. I have to slow down intentionally, but I am used to Frogger. I'm very good at it. All right, guys, we're at the tree in Bambi. We made it. So we're gonna have to close out for today. I gotta get to the bus and get to Pookiebug. Here we are. Guys, we had a good couple of days. If I can crouch down here. We had a really good couple of days. I appreciate all of you hanging out with us as usual. Got most of my OGs in the channel right now, so thanks guys. We will see you again in 10 days or so. We're gonna do some lives from home. We'll figure out what our members want to do, and we'll do some membership streams, and we'll do some other stuff for you guys. So, whew, look, it's so hot out here. My hair is going all fuzzy. It's not even in my braids anymore. It's just all over the place, guys. It's nice to meet all of you. It's nice to meet any new people that are in. So we will talk to you soon, and we'll be in the park soon again. So, bye guys. Have a great rest of your day. Here from Animal Kingdom. Steph Wanders Disney. Happy wandering until we see you again. Oh, Pookiebug joined the chat, y'all. Right at the end. Bye, Reed. See y'all soon. You're very welcome, Michael. It's nice to meet you. Thank you for joining us and becoming a member as well. Bye for now, everybody.